Good morning. It's 11 o'clock. It's my day off, and I woke up having 90 subscribers instead of 4. I knew after 2 seconds what happened, so I went to Ten's channel, and there it was, the video. What can I say? Thank you, Ten. I didn't expect that, but I appreciate it a lot. And I feel like I have to do a second video now because of all your nice comments, and I have so much to say, and I have so much thoughts I would like to share, and if you are happy to listen to me, listen to me. So first of all, thank you to all the new subscribers, and it's my day off today, so I thought I'd get the tree out again and share some more thoughts. What I would like to speak to you is the odds of this case. We all have our certain things we just can't accept or can't get over. And for example, Emma's Dawn, I'm sure you all know her. For her, yes, she has many questions, but there's this man in the wheelbarrow. She can't get over that. She just can't believe that this is a real person. I do. I think it's one of the victims, but she doesn't. She even went in a DIY shop or garden center and let a man lay down in a wheelbarrow just to look at it so she can see it with her own eyes, because she just can't get over that and can't accept that. And Mr. Dawn, I hope it's okay that I mention that example. I mean, there are other examples. Ali M just put in a comment that for her it's really hard to accept that Campos walked down that hallway and didn't see that food cart. For me, I mean, he did see that food cart. His eyes saw that food cart. It's, you don't need a microscope to see a food cart. It's big enough to see it. So yes, he must have seen it, but he hasn't memorized it. He was maybe daydreaming. Are you guys daydreamers? I am a big daydreamer. So half of a day I walk around and just daydream. Okay, maybe not half a day, but I love daydreaming and I do it a lot. And while I'm daydreaming, yes, my eyes are seeing the environment, but it's not getting to my brain, And if I just imagine I'm working in the MB and walking up and down these hallways all day long, what a perfect place to daydream. So maybe that's what he did. I don't know. It's just a thought, because his eyes must have seen that food cart. There's no way that his eyes didn't see it. But if he says, no, I can't remember that I saw it, okay then, yeah, that absolutely could have happened to me. It just could. When I take my kids to kindergarten and I pass some friends' houses and you ask me, was the car there, my friend's car, was it parked in front of the house? I mean, I can't remember. Just this morning, I took my kids to kindergarten. Can I remember the cars I saw? No. Why? Because I didn't concentrate on it. And I pass it every day, and it's not in my memory. But my eyes probably have seen that car or not seen it because it wasn't there. I don't know, because it's not in my memory, because it's an unimportant information. And normally, a food cart, I mean, he must have seen hundreds and thousands of food carts in his job, 8 hours a day. Anyway, Aliam, I'm sure this doesn't satisfy you. That is just what I think. For me personally, that's not a big deal, but for you it is, and I totally accept that. JLPD just put in one of the comments that what gets to him is that Paddock paid his debts off before he committed this crime. Yeah, I understand that. That is a question as well. Why did he do that? Is it because he knew he would kill himself and a man like him had pride? I mean, I find it hard to use the word pride and the name Paddock in one sentence, because a man who does things like that can't have pride. It's just a monster. But maybe it was his personality. Part of his personality, we don't know. What gets to me, and I would like to talk about that, is this stupid third phone up there. He had 3 phones in his room, and one of these 3 phones, the black cell phone, had the front and back camera covered. It was in the primary report, so I always found that really odd, because why would I have a third phone? 2 phones I understand, a business phone and a private phone. I have 2 phones, one for work, one just for my private life. Yes, so absolutely understandable logic. A third phone must have a different reason. Why would I have a third phone? Why would I? Because I plan something bad? Because I have an affair? Or I plan a crime? Or I am criminal and do my criminal business with this third phone? Or remember the rumor that he was seeing prostitutes when he was in Vegas on his own? That was a possible explanation for me as well, that he maybe gets in contact with his prostitutes over that phone. I didn't know. So when the final report got out, that was the first thing I searched for in that report. I just wanted to find out more about that phone, because that's that one thing, I don't know, that stuck in my head all the time. So what did the final report give me? It's mentioned on page 90, by the way, just that it's covered with, or both cameras are covered. And on page 111, it says that CIS analyzed all the cell phone data. And you can read that the 2 other phones had more than 1,000 contacts, like outgoing, ingoing calls. And that third phone, there was hardly any contacts. There were, like, the last, what was it? I think on the 17th of September, there was the last ingoing call, and the last outgoing call was in March. So the 17th of September, the last incoming call, that's what it is, at 12:41, so lunchtime. Somebody rang him on this phone on the 17th. The 17th of September is the day when he checked in the Ogden. I hope I pronounced that right, Ogden. You know, that other hotel where he had 3 or 4 rooms. And 2 days later, on the 19th, he met that guy and bought that ammunition off him. Was it that guy who rang him on that phone, to make an appointment? I don't know. But I was not satisfied when I found out that he rarely used that phone. So for me, the only explanation that makes sense for me right now, maybe you have other ideas, is if he got the last call on the 17th of September, it must have something to do with this crime. Both cameras covered, the only phone with a code on, the 2 other active phones didn't have a code on it. So he behaved different with that phone than he behaved with the 2 normal phones. He checked in the other hotel at 8 o'clock that day and started to prepare it all, brought all the bags up, obviously with guns in it, or I think with guns in it. So what was he planning? Is that telling us that on the 17th, he still wasn't sure where to do his attack? If he wanted to attack the other festival, and he prepared it all, and then decided, nah, I'm not doing it here. Put it all back in his car, drove to the Mandalay Bay, got it all out again, and waited till Sunday night, the headliner, to do it, like 45 minutes before the full concert would have been over. Crazy man, really. I mean, I would have expected him to plan it a little bit more well, to be honest. But I don't know what that saying is in English, but, a crime in a movie has to be perfect. but reality doesn't have to be perfect. So we are all looking for this perfect crime that he thought it all through, and all the odds we find. Is it because we are spoiled by all the movies we have watched, that we expect the police to behave like in movies, perfect, and the crime to be perfect, and every move Paddock did to be perfectly thought through? It obviously wasn't. All you need to look at is at the blue tube, that breathing thing he created. Do you remember, guys, before we knew what it was, all the speculation out there about it? I found it so hard to get over it. Like, what is this for? And why would you build that? And how would you get the idea to build something like that instead of just buying a little gas mask for 30 euro or even the A+ version for 200 euro? Why creating this, like a poor MacGyver? Oh, but he did. And do you think if it all was faked and they faked it all in the room, somebody said, oh, let me create this thing, this blue horse breathing thing? That wouldn't make sense, because that is, you need to have fantasy to build a thing like that instead of just buying a mask. Anyway, it's 11 minutes. I just wanted to do another video because I have subs now, and I want to say something to there were a few people out there which said, oh, I was thinking about doing a video. Well, do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Let's just, it's easy. I mean, I'm sorry for the poor quality. I won't start now to learn to edit videos, and I'm a visual person. That's why I give you that free. I would like to see spreadsheets and everything. I need that because I'm a visual person. But I can't deliver that, and I won't start to learn it because I just don't have the time. And if you think, oh, I want to share my thoughts, do it. Do it. I would listen to it, because I can't speak to anyone about this case, I sit here in Germany, and I spoke to a friend, 6 months ago, and she could even hardly remember what happened in Vegas. And I need this community because I still have questions, and I've thoughts in my mind all day about it. So I'm checking YouTube, I don't know how many times a day, and I see Vegas fading, and that's no good, because there are still too many questions out there. So let's just put our thoughts in this community. Let's share it. Okay. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.